See if it works now.
All right, we're having a little bit of difficulty, but we're going to continue to do this. So I wanted to, I did about the, talked about the importance of taking notes, data, and that when Jen came, she'd take notes and data on Avery, which enabled me to go to them and tell them what we saw and what we observed. And then we didn't use our judgments, we used the facts.
Right.
And so that was one way that in my class that I used the data, okay? And then we need to go over the skill set rubric real quick because I made a big error.
Okay.
We went we went over a little bit in that my water, that's okay. We instead of doing it globally, we did it we narrowed it to Calvin.
Right.
So instead the skill set 1 is going to be Stephanie will have 4 ABC's data sheets printed on a clipboard ready to use when the behaviors arise. And then we also discussed that we'll have like a clipboard in the art area and a clipboard in the Minips bookcase, okay? And then when you finish it, kind of like flip it over. Okay, so we don't.
And maybe when I go outside for recess, maybe just put Post-its because I don't know about bringing the
Exactly. That is a good and then okay, when go outside, bring Post-its. Yes. All right. Good. Then we need to go. We are going to, let's see. Okay, when a challenging behavior occurs, we're going to use the ABC to collect data on the challenging behavior, include the date and the time, and your initials. Because they say it's important to have your initials so they know who did it.
The data.
All right. Then the other one, that this would be the third one, reflection completion of the ABC data at the end of each day. Try to determine whether or not the consequences are rewarding the negative behavior or diminishing it. You know, that's like, it's kind of letting it solve it. They're not happening. That's what the diminishing means. So we're going to do that, and we have that. Then the fourth one will be to review and analyze the collection. Do you want to read that part?
Review and analyze the collection of ABC every week, every week to look for trends which may inform the function of each individual child's behavior or classroom-wide needs.
Right. So we would do that as a reviewed and analyze the collection every week.
Okay.
And so one of the things that I was thinking as an additional note that I need to put this into operation or application to next year when I work with my aide, you know, that we both can do this and then we can really fill that out and have the data to be more on top of that.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, Stephanie, I didn't show you that this year. Sorry, but that's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to do that. So we got that. Okay, so then we also need a debrief for the modeling.
Okay.
And okay, I have to tell you that I made a mistake because what we do is you put the date, the time, and your initial, and then I put like confrontation with building with the waterway. And she was saying what we need to do is like we need to write down the operational definition is what we want is what you could see. So the data is what you want is what you see, not put, like they were one child was playing with the new toy and another child came up to play. Now do you see how that's different here?
Okay.
Transition, oh, that's a different one. Here, let me get this one. Here's the one that I did.
Is that it right here?
Yes, that's it. Thank you. I put confrontation building with the waterway, in the building area.
Okay.
So that's not stating the fact of what happened. The one child was playing with the new toy, and then another child came up. And then also on the specific behavior, arguing, they were upset, they were not sharing, and instead of what we needed to put is that he was frowning,
Mm-hmm.
and he was yelling loudly.
Okay.
Do you see the difference where
Yes.
one is
Yeah.
putting a judgment in it and one is just stating what you see?
Right.
So
Yes. I
I goofed on that one, but I'm letting you know that I did. And then the consequences, learning to use their words, that they group together. It says talking it out and work together. And so that's the consequences, because I think they really did a good job in working it out and talking about it and saying, how can we solve this problem? She was really good.
Okay.
And then the second thing that I observed was he was not wanting to share the snakes.
Right.
And so here I put, let's see what I put. Oh, he put the waterway, he was not sharing the snakes. And that's, what not wanting to share the snakes. I guess it is the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah. But then he was running away and crying.
Right.
Yes.
And here, I said that snakes away. He was crying and carrying the snakes away, yelling and saying mean things. So what is
more just target right on, not
exactly
just what you exactly see. No,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to put any of your judgments or your feelings into it.
Yes.
It's just simply the facts. And I'll write that. The operational definition is what we want is what you could see.
Mm-hmm.
And not like, I thought he was upset or,
nothing like
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. And so let's see. So those were the two things that and then another thing that she was saying in the comment area, that that this was a brand new toy, and so it was kind of like exciting for them, and they didn't want to share.
Right.
So that's so. In the comment area, you can say things like that, and then also I wrote what she said is that this is not a spot for an alone snake.
Right.
So in the comments, and you can also write, like, say if the mom dropped him in at school and said it's been a rough morning, we had some confrontations.
Yeah, I saw that on your example here.
Yeah.
Right. His mom told me he didn't sleep well.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly. All right. So that's so for the skill set rubric, we need to go and rate me how I did. So I had the
you had those printed and ready,
and I had them and I had them ready. Then let's see here. When a challenging behavior occurs, I use the data to collect challenging behavior, include date, time, and your initials. I did that. Reflection completion of ABC data at the end of the day. Try to determine whether or not the consequences are rewarding the negative behavior or diminishing it. In your viewpoint, do you think that the consequences diminished it or rewarded the behavior?
Well, I think that what she was telling him kind of helped with him.
Yeah.
She helped him through the problem.
Right.
So I think that it would be more. Okay, what exactly did you say for diminishing again?
Okay.
Like
like we watch. I mean, we read those scenarios about when the girl it was time for her to go to school.
Uh-huh.
And her mom said, it's time to go to school. And then she started kicking and screaming and yelling.
Right.
And then her mom said, well, you have 5 more minutes. So basically she gave in and let her have what she wanted.
Right.
So she learned that by kicking and screaming, she got what she wanted.
Yes.
So what we want to determine, what we wrote down before, is as we evaluate the facts that we have, the data, we want to look at, is that contributing to the problem? Is that encouraging the negative behavior? Or is it trying to diminish it, like alleviate it?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so I would think that was diminishing it.
Okay.
Trying to get the problem, because Suki was really good about talking to him and having him use his words and trying to help him. And with the whole alone snake, well, this isn't the place you do alone snake.
Exactly. Okay, good. Then the last one was review and analyze the collection of ABC every 1 week. Look for trends which may inform the function of each individual behavior or classroom-wide needs. We didn't do that yet.
Okay.
Because we didn't, what would you say?
Review and analyze the collection of ABC every week to look for trends. Well, we really couldn't really do it when we only did it for
Exactly.
1 day.
True.
So.
Okay, so we'll put like a NA, right? It's non-applicable. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so we did that, and that's the end of the coaching on topic.
Okay.
Nope, the modeling.
The modeling.
Sorry about that, Robin. It's modeling that we just debriefed.